Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
They gave me this script to talk to you, but let's get rid of the script. Okay? That's what I do to my guest. Now, the biggest curse to the concept of cloud is the name cloud. Can you tell us why we have such a struggle in reconciling with the word cloud?
Yeah, I always found that as a misnomer. In fact, when cloud means infrastructure, is something very fundamental. It's more like on the ground that support everything, as opposed to high up in the sky that you can never reach. Well, because the name has been used for so many years, we stick to it. When we say cloud, I would usually mean that it's the infrastructure that include private cloud, public cloud, distributed resources on the edge. When you look at all your computing resources holistically, the operating system for managing it is what I think cloud should be.
I see. No, but you know, it started with this whole premise, and I think there is a huge discussion around the world has switched to cloud, and it is risky, and it is challenging. There's a concentration risk. There are few cloud players in the world. This whole thing comes to mind when people think about cloud, especially the regulators are quite worried. Before we go there, tell us a bit of a Tencent's own journey about cloud.
Sure.
When I see you are making headlines as a very dominant cloud player, just give us a sense.
Well, we started as a messaging company back in 1998. So back then, I think the concept of cloud was still fairly vague, but basically some servers running in the data centers, supporting internet services, and we started with the consumer internet background, with messaging, with content, music, video, games. So we ran the largest infrastructure in China for many years because of the popularity of our applications on the PC internet as well as on the mobile. And over time, we see a lot of those technologies are needed, are called out for from our partners who work with us. They need infrastructure support. For example, some of the game partners who want to leverage our user base, and they come to us for support. So slowly and slowly, we start opening up many of our technologies and add some billing capabilities and add more support on the security over time. And that's how our public cloud offering has become.
But when I go to Shenzhen, I meet WeBank, and they said they run one of the most efficient cost per transaction. Is it because of you?
Yeah, we power their infrastructure from WeBank.
How come they run so efficient at a very ridiculous cost per transaction? What is the secret sauce?
I think they definitely take advantage of the WeChat platform, the whole WeChat ecosystem that we've built over time. If we think about the journey we went through, we started our payment services around 2005.
Okay.
But at that time, because we didn't have a very successful e-commerce business, so the payment service sort of stagnate. But then when the mobile era comes, WeChat became a very popular platform, messaging platform, and I think in 2014-ish, we started the Red Pocket services, which is a very popular tradition in China. People start exchanging money during the new year, and that payment service sort of ride on the popularity of the WeChat platform.
Yes, but the question is, what the magic you did so that the cost went down? Because that's something we're looking for in the Asian market. We're trying to reduce the cost of technology, cost per transaction. Can you share one thing which they have done so well and they're so efficient from a technology perspective?
Sure. Because they built it from scratch, using cloud-native technology.
Cloud native.
Cloud-native.
Yes, that's the keyword.
Yes, as opposed to many traditional banks are based on legacy systems that are expensive to maintain and costly to acquire to begin with as well.
So you got to be cloud native to start making it a real efficient infrastructure.
Exactly. And the same technology that powers consumer internet that scales.
Okay. Now moving to broader Asian context, I know Tencent is working to the space. What should, from your perspective, the Asian market should do when they deploy cloud? Because Southeast Asia is going to be a huge growth area for cloud consumption. Do you see challenges, opportunity, or do you see more friction? Can you achieve the Chinese efficiency in the Asian market outside China?
Absolutely. I think many of the technologies that we have been using in China, as well as for our services globally, has been very efficient. We take advantage of the latest technology, and at the same time, building our infrastructure with a commercialized version of standardized open source software. And we are able to scale it based on commoditized hardware architecture. So that has brought down a lot of the cost of running financial services.
I'm a small business owner. How much will it cost me to use your cloud?
Well, depending on how much you how much data you are putting on it. If you want to run,
but you can make it efficient for us if I'm a small business, so that I don't spend a lot of money on technology, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And do you design application for companies as part of the process of deploying cloud?
Well, we help them with a lot of different applications.
Yes.
For example, we run the most popular video conference services in China. And outside of China, we call it WOOF meeting. And it's free to use up to a certain amount of time. It's a very popular platform. People can communicate with their business partners at a very minimal cost.
Now, let's switch, because we're in the AI quantum thematic conference today. Now, cloud has really served its over a decade now. People are using cloud. Now comes the AI. It needs a lot of computing power, I don't think anybody can run that AI designs application without a cloud infrastructure. How do you connect AI and cloud together?
Well, again, I think cloud is the foundation platform for supporting compute in a scalable manner. In fact, it supports data, a lot of innovations around data, and AI is part of that. Video is another. We're also helping a lot of customers on extracting intelligence from data. Today, with the fintech, a lot of people are interested in employing blockchain technology for tokenization and whatnot. So basically, we see cloud as the very fundamental computing platform that support all these innovations.
And do you think that the amount of AI being created now in terms of application, you have enough of computing capacity within Tencent to support, or is going to be a more investment coming in?
I think we will continue to invest more and more computing resources domestically in China as well as overseas.
I know it's a little sensitive question, but when you talk cloud, it's actually not a cloud. You're actually physically somewhere here. Are you going to invest in physical infrastructure outside China to build this capacity in Asian market?
Oh yeah, we've been doing that. In fact, we have I think 26 availability zones outside of China.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And they're spread all over the Asian market.
Yes, yes.
And
many, a number of them in Singapore as well.
Oh, thank you. You should do more. So, now we got the AI piece. AI needs more computing. Cloud is out there. More data centers coming to support the cloud infrastructure. Let's bring the quantum to this discussion. So we have cloud, AI, and quantum. Quantum has, as Ravi shared with us, it can have a very huge negative impact on cloud also. Encryption standards. Can somebody use quantum to break security of cloud?
Well, first of all, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding of quantum technology. Quantum technology is not a general purpose computing platform, so it's not going to replace what we have today on the cloud.
No, the encryption part. Is the quantum going to destroy the cloud business you have started so efficiently?
No. I wouldn't call it destruction. In fact, it will get us to think about security differently. Because with quantum technology, especially with the Shor's algorithm, I think what we can use is to break down encrypted data. It's particularly good at large prime numbers, factorization. That's what our current encryption technology is based on.
So just to make it easier for a lot of us to understand, one of the fear out there that the current encryption standards design will get compromised.
Correct.
And we got to start thinking about changing that before even quantum computer comes into production in some shape. Are you making a change to your encryption standard already? Yes? No?
We are talking to a number of customers expressing that interest. I think the risk today is that even though when quantum technology is not widely available today, there is a chance that people can store encrypted data that's on the wire today and keep it later when the technology is ready. Then you can break it open.
The harvest now, decrypt later.
Exactly. So that's the risk. So yeah, we are talking to a number of institutions, some of them financial institutions, looking into the post-quantum security paradigm.
So we should not be worried about cloud, quantum coming.
We should always be
you should be worried, not us.
Circumspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me.
When it comes to technology, I think it's prudent to be on the latest technology and at the same time, try to mitigate the risks around.
Fantastic. Now, working for MAS, I can't avoid this question, especially AI, cloud, operational risk. Your thoughts around, especially when it comes to AI being deployed on cloud. There could be a whole set of challenges we're going to face. Any thoughts around the operational risk management when it comes to deploying all this infrastructure? Because if one thing goes down, everybody goes down. When we have seen many incidents, major cloud computing firms have a disruption, and it did affect a lot of banks. What your thoughts and how do you manage this risk?
Well, resilience is definitely a very important aspect of using cloud. But by purely using a public cloud doesn't guarantee resilience. I think we used to call availability in some other fashion. When a server comes down, are you able to continue to support your services? But after a few incidents, we realized that data centers could catch fire, the fiber, the network can get cut off. So we need to have better design of the overall application architecture, in many cases across different, what we call availability zones, sitting in different cities, to make sure if any disaster happen to your data center, you can still provide services for your most mission-critical services. So that usually require meticulous work, looking for unnecessary dependencies and take it off, and has to come from top down all the way down to the infrastructure resilience.
No, I can't help this question, because does it mean as a consumer cloud, I should have multi-cloud strategy? I should go to Amazon, I should go to Microsoft, I should come Tencent, I should work with all of them?
I think that's the first step to start.
So you recommend a multi-cloud strategy?
We do. Yeah.
Not worried about competition?
Well, we are happy to support interoperability among the other cloud vendors. In fact, I think if you think from the customer perspective, I mean, even today, most of the enterprises, they don't rely on one single vendor for their technology solutions, right?
But are the applications designed to switch efficiently?
Yes, that's many of our customers, especially those running internet services like the gaming operators do. Okay,
so you are okay with the idea of multiple cloud operators working for the same client, doing some kind of a contingency backup systems?
Absolutely. In fact, not only we support multi-cloud, we also support private cloud deployment, because there might be, for compliance reasons, some of the financial institutions might choose to also maintain their own data centers for some part of the applications.
Sure. This for audience, right after this, I'm going to meet a remarkable investor who invested in tech companies. So please don't go away right after he's coming. But I have a question for you. Are you going to invest on companies as part of your cloud strategies? Any thoughts around investing in startups, buying some companies which will help you to do your job better? Anything you can tell the crowd? Do this, I'm here to buy you.
Well, first of all, Tencent is well known as an investor of technology. in the past decade. We've been pretty successful at that. So we will continue to look for technology partners. In some cases, we might invest into it. In some other cases, we would work closely with them as part of our ecosystem. So we have a track record of doing that. So we will continue to.
How big is your money bag? Billions of dollars?
Well, if you look at our market cap, that's hundreds of billions.
Oh, that's good. So anybody looking for investment, do reach to Mr. Dawson in his LinkedIn profile. So back to the question now, Tencent, what is the future plan? What are you going to do next 5-10 years?
Well, we are going to leverage a lot of the technologies that we've accumulated over time and put them to serve the overseas
market. Can you share us something interesting which we're not seeing yet, possible to come in years to come?
Well, the hot topic today is AI, right?
Yes.
So we have been building a lot of AI applications for our customers. Some of them Chinese customers going overseas, also a lot of native applications in this region, in Singapore, in Malaysia, Indonesia. We've been serving a lot of customers initially on the internet sectors, and now we are also serving a lot of financial institutions in the area. We do believe, like other sectors, like EVs, for example, now people come to realize we have something good, cost-effective, high performance to offer.
So this EV, the car runs on your cloud infrastructure, right? All the electric cars?
We work with, last I count, 90% of the global automotive manufacturers.
Runs on your cloud?
Cloud and some form of technology partnership, sometimes in the car as well.
Wow. So you are not scared of this? Something goes down, the cloud goes down. What happened to this car?
Well, that's why we have to work with the partners to build the systems for resilience. It doesn't come automatically by using a cloud.
The self-driving cars and all these things will be part of this whole cloud infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Now, is there any thoughts around a fundamental shift in the architecture of financial system coming in 5 years' time? You think that because the AI coming in, there'll be a complete re-architecting of the financial systems? Do you have a sense on that?
Well, I think people will continue to endorse standardized approach. There are a lot of open source software being deployed in different types of different industries. Of course, some using commercialized version with vendor support and whatnot. But I think what people are looking for are technologies that are not tied to a particular platform, that can interoperate across vendors. And also, I think in many of the banks and financial institutions, there's still a good chunk of legacy systems that are fairly costly to maintain. And we're hearing more and more from the customers that they want to build on a more unified cloud platform holistically for security, for compliance, for resilience.
Is there an easy place to go and learn about cloud? Do you provide education? Do you provide some kind of free tutorial how to use cloud?
Yeah. We
Chinese or English? English or Chinese?
In any language.
You okay?
Yeah, especially with AI, digital human technology. Last time we hosted an event with me, the digital version of me, speaking 8 different languages. So we are getting pretty good at that.
So do you recommend that people should go over to your website and learn about cloud, how to use it? Is there a place to go?
Yeah, absolutely. Cloud.tencent.com, that's our official website. But I think the technology are evolving pretty fast, and there are a lot of different resources that is available on the internet. For us, we're particularly good at video streaming, media processing, and that's been a differentiation factor for us.
Are you hiring a lot of people?
We are hiring.
How many? A lot of jobs to apply to?
Yeah, please submit your resumes to our website. We always welcome the top talents.
See, you got a big acknowledgement of at least offering jobs. Well, we just have less than a few seconds. Any last word other than giving jobs?
Well, we're very committed to Singapore, as well as the broader region where Singapore is leading, right? We're very excited about the opportunities ahead of us.
Thank you very much. It's
Thank you.
a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you, Sumanant.